In the twilight of the 19th century, an unassuming farmer from Kentucky stepped into the annals of invention with a device that promised to draw power from the earth itself. Nathan Beverly Stubblefield, a self-taught visionary, blended rural pragmatism with a bold imagination, leaving behind a legacy as enigmatic as it is enduring. This is the story of Stubblefield and his Earth Battery, a tale of ingenuity, ambition, and lingering debate. Born on November 22, 1860, in Murray, Kentucky, Stubblefield emerged from humble roots. A farmer and fruit grower by trade, he possessed no formal education beyond the basics, yet his mind brimmed with curiosity. Married to Ada Mae Buchanan, with whom he raised 7 children, he balanced family life with a passion for electrical experimentation. By the 1890s, he had already patented a kerosene lamplighter and a mechanical telephone, but it was his foray into wireless communication and power generation that would define him. In 1898, at age 37, he secured U.S. patent 600,457 for an electrical battery, a device later dubbed the Earth Battery, marking a pivotal moment in his unconventional career. The Earth Battery was a marvel of simplicity and mystery. Stubblefield claimed it harnessed natural currents from the ground, requiring no external fuel. The device consisted of a coil, an iron core wrapped with paired copper and steel wires, insulated by cotton or similar material, immersed in moist earth or water. This voltaic couple generated a galvanic current through the interaction of dissimilar metals, producing a steady 3 to 5 volts, enough to power small devices like telephones or lights. A secondary winding, layered atop the primary coil and separated by insulation, allegedly induced a momentary high-voltage surge when the circuit was opened or closed, amplifying its output. Stubblefield asserted this energy stemmed from the Earth's ambient electrical and magnetic fields, an inexhaustible source that flowed without depletion, day or night. Central to Nathan Stubblefield's Earth Battery were his buried metal coils, ingenious assemblies designed to tap the planet's hidden vigor. These coils, as detailed in his 1898 patent, comprised an iron core wound with paired copper and steel wires, insulated by cotton sleeves, and embedded deep in moist soil or submerged in water. Stubblefield posited that they functioned as dual conductors. The dissimilar metals triggered a galvanic current, yielding a steady 3 to 5 volts, while the secondary winding, layered atop the primary, captured surges of induced energy from the Earth's electromagnetic fields, amplifying output with each circuit break. Strikingly, he likened their role to tree roots, drawing parallels to nature's own network, roots siphoning sustenance from the soil as his coils absorbed ambient currents from the ground, a symbiotic echo of life's unseen processes, harnessing what he saw as the Earth's living pulse. His discovery of an Earth-charging phenomenon permitted the development of an equally astounding invention, the Stubblefield Earth Battery. This device, an earthed electrode, drew up enough natural electric charge from the Earth to operate motors, pumps, arc lamps, and his ground telephone system. Nathan Stubblefield's Earth Battery was more than just an eccentric idea. It was a patented leap into harnessing the planet's latent power, formalized in U.S. Patent 600,457, granted on March 8, 1898. Filed in October 1896, this electrical battery outlined a coil of iron and copper wires, wound tightly around a soft iron core, designed to generate a steady 3 to 5 volts when buried in moist soil or submerged in water. Stubblefield claimed it tapped not just galvanic action, where dissimilar metals react with an electrolyte, but also the Earth's mysterious currents, producing both a constant primary flow and a surging secondary pulse through induction. This mirrored a lineage of Earth Battery patents stretching back decades. Alexander Bain's 1841 design powered a clock with zinc and copper plates a meter apart, yielding 1 volt, while James Bryan's 1875 patent, US 160,152, added sulfur to boost intensity, and George Diekman's 1885 patent, US 329,724, refined the concept further. Stubblefield's innovation stood apart, blending electrolytic and electromagnetic principles, yet like its predecessors, it drew skeptics who saw only chemistry, not cosmic energy, at play. Stubblefield developed remarkably unexpected systems by which available resources became the commodity. In the early Stubblefield system, twin terminals into the ground formed the initial bridge among telephones. System users were effectively joined together through the ground itself. Wires were eliminated. The signals were exceptional and did not fade or intensify with rain, a fact later to be considered in theoretical discussions. Those who experienced speech through the Stubblefield system each reported similar impressions. Stubblefield developed a means by which calls could be individualized among customers. Later, his central telephone exchange included power-amplifying relays set in the ground at specific distances. Calls were handled by an elaborate system of two-wire, ground-connected automatic switches and relays. Signal purity was remarkable for the time, using a single carbon button for both transmission and reception. Stubblefield's demonstrations captivated onlookers. In 1892, he powered an early wireless telephone system, transmitting voice across a mile using only ground rods and his battery's output, a feat later showcased in 1902 on the Potomac River, where he sent signals over a third of a mile from a boat. He envisioned a world where farmers could connect homes affordably, free from costly wires, a dream rooted in his rural upbringing. Proponents saw Stubblefield as a genius ahead of his time. Neighbors and early witnesses like Rainey Wells, who heard clear voice transmissions in 1892, marveled at the clarity and range of his system, powered solely by the Earth battery. Supporters, including some engineers, praised its potential as a sustainable energy source, echoing Sir William Preece's work on ground conduction in England. His battery, a ground-powered auric engine that defied conventional limits. Advocates argued his work prefigured radio and sustainable power, a claim bolstered by affidavits from his children, who documented his wireless feats in 1903 and 1904. Skeptics, however, cast a long shadow over his achievements. The scientific community of the era demanded rigorous proof. Where were the controlled tests, the replicable data? Critics argued the Earth battery's output was merely galvanic, a chemical reaction between metals and moisture, not a mystical Earth current, producing too little power for practical use beyond small gadgets. His refusal to fully disclose the battery's workings fueled doubts. Some labeled him a crank, especially after his Wireless Telephone Company of America folded in 1903 amid financial woes. By 1902, a Murray review questioned whether he was simply a crank or a great discoverer, a skepticism that grew as he retreated into obscurity, his later claims, like the heating mirrors, dismissed as fanciful without evidence. Stubblefield's final years were marked by isolation. After failed ventures and mounting distrust, he shunned the world, dying alone of malnutrition at 67, his cabin a testament to unfulfilled promise. The Earth battery never revolutionized energy as he dreamed, its secrets locked in his mind, its potential unverified. Proponents cling to a vision of suppressed brilliance. Skeptics see a footnote in electrical history, a farmer out of his depth. Nathan Stubblefield's life was a paradox, a blend of rural simplicity and audacious innovation. His Earth battery remains a whisper of what might have been, a spark of possibility glowing faintly in the vast darkness of the unknown, a legacy debated but never fully extinguished.